So hello there and welcome back to the channel. This is Mels Gaming here with another Ultimate Hunting video. Now in this video we're going to be taking a look at Devlog 3, which covered some different topics about the animals coming in Ultimate Hunting. Now there was some really interesting info and actual screenshots / videos shown actually in this devlog. So we're going to start off by taking a look at the video that was posted onto their YouTube channel, and then we'll go through some extra details and stuff that were on Steam.
Hello everyone, it's me again and welcome in Ultimate Hunting devlog. Today we'll talk about animals, which are the second most important thing in our game, in hunting games in general. As you may know, we have the sex diversity, the size diversity, and the antlers and trophy diversity. It's pretty complex. The most important thing, firstly, is the sex diversity. We have the male, female, and the young. So you will be able to see the whole family in the woods. Animals have different body weight, size and trophies. Some of them also have different fur variations, like piebalds or melanistic, but we are limited to basic stuff, as we are just a small independent team. And you have to see that, not only based on the description showed on the display, but also by the shape of the body. So each animal will be different, each animal will be unique. And the same goes to the fur. But there is one important thing you always ask for. It's a reaction to a shot. What you expect when you shot to the deer's stomach. That he would react to a shot. That's all for today. Thank you for watching and see you soon.
So, like I said, a lot of interesting info in Devlog 3. Now, obviously, this being an animal-focused devlog, this is some of the most interesting info to me, because if you've seen any of the videos on the channel, you'll know, for me, a hunting game is all about the animals. You know, it says in this devlog they're the second most important thing. For me, as a player, they are the most important thing by far. And we get to see some really cool stuff actually shown off in this devlog. And we get to see the size diversity actually shown off, as well as the age and sex diversity, which is so cool to see. You're going to be able to see animals of different sizes, different ages, and it's going to be awesome to actually see the size of something. Like, it's not just going to be a level or a score estimate or something. You'll see a really big crocodile versus a really small crocodile, or a really big hippo versus a really small hippo, and you'll be able to see the youngsters amongst a herd as well, which it will just make the game feel more alive. It also talks about the variety of furs. It says there won't be a lot of rare furs, especially at the beginning, it sounds like, of the game. And again, there were a few sort of extra bits sort of spoken about on Steam that I'll look at. And also talking about shot reactions. Now, a couple of those I have featured on the channel before, when they were actually shared on their social media, when they first showed off those shot reactions, like with the baboon and the kudu. And I was super impressed by them at the time, and I still am super impressed by them. Like, it makes a difference. Thinking about when I play Way of the Hunter, something that I love about that game is when I actually see an animal jump to a shot. It just makes it feel so much more like realistic, and so much more like you're there and it's actually happening, rather than the animal just not really reacting and just running off. It really does truly make a difference, especially if you're somebody with real life hunting experience and then you're coming into one of these games and playing it. That kind of thing is so important. And I know from the comments I've seen regarding other hunting games I play, People want to see size diversity. So that really excited me, finally seeing it actually shown off. We knew it was going to be a thing from everything that had been talked about, but seeing the display there with the 3 different crocodiles, that is awesome. Like, imagine you're just hunting through, you know, an area where there are crocodiles or stuff like that, and then you just see this one massive giant, and you know that that's a trophy to go after. That is an incredibly cool thought, and something that makes me super excited. And if there are only a few rares at the beginning of the game, I can live with that, especially if more and more get added with, you know, sort of support from the community. As time goes on, new furs, new rares and stuff are added. I can very much live with that. But the fact that they are willing to add as many fur variations, you know, as they can is fantastic. And the reason I say that is this. So this is taken from Steam. Fur variations. Finally, many of you have been asking, will there be different fur variations? The answer is yes. Some animals will have unique fur variations, like piebald or melanistic, though we're starting with a limited range due to our small indie team and resources. Our dream would be to offer unique random patterns for piebald fur and animals whose fur IRL has unique patterns, like giraffe and zebra. So that's what I'm saying. If they're willing to add more over time and build on that based on, you know, if the community ends up supporting this game, then to me that's absolutely fine. I can completely appreciate that this is a smaller team making this game, and if, you know, even if they just start off and every animal has just albino or just albino and melanistic or just piebald and melanistic, whatever, that is a good base. And the fact that they are very much willing to do more, hopefully in future, that excites me. And in this sort of scene with the wild boar that was in the video and is posted as that screenshot, we see a piebald and an albino, so that's really exciting, or at least it looks like an albino. It could be a leucistic, it's a bit hard to tell from that image, but to me I'm guessing that's an albino based off of what we know so far. Now, on Steam there was also something completely unique that wasn't covered in the video. The Game Atlas. The Game Atlas is an animal-focused encyclopedia that contains essential details, statistics, and practical tips about each creature in Ultimate Hunting. Built on extensive research and inspired by countless hours we've spent playing various games, brackets, yes, we're gamers and sometimes even nerds, it serves as a central resource for players to learn about and effectively hunt different species. Basic functions of the Game Atlas. If you've played the Hunter Classic, you're going to recognise this and know that they've taken some inspiration from it, which, in my opinion, very, very good thing. The Hunter Classic is still one of the best hunting games out there. You know, it's getting on in age, but it has some incredible features, and some of these are going to be included in the Game Atlas in this game. So, animal information. Learn key facts about each species. Statistics. This is the one. Track how many times you've spotted, hunted, or even stuffed a particular animal. So you'll be able to see how many times you've taxed a particular species, how many times you've gone after that species. That is amazing. And it blows me away that a lot of the more modern hunting games don't have those kind of stats tracked. So that's fantastic. Tips: discover each animal's foraging hours, favourite foods and scoring methods. And personal record. Keep a record of your own achievements and milestones. Again, something we've seen in things like Classic, and unfortunately something a lot of more modern games are missing. And then they give us the example of the African bush elephant, and you can see tracking and spotting skills, level 2 and level 3. That is basically the exact same as Classic. I'm not complaining though, because that's something I love in Classic. If you really go after a species, you can become an expert in hunting that species, basically. And that's something I really love about Classic. But it's something that I just don't understand why it's not in more modern hunting games. It gives you so much more to go after, because you can Try and become a master of hunting each species. Try and master everything. Try and become, you know, the highest possible level on tracking and spotting for every particular species. Try and have the most hunted, the most spotted. That is something that I absolutely love, and I know I will spend hours and hours and hours trying to get all of the species stats to max level. That will be something I will want to do, and this really, really excites me. Like, I am so pleased to see this in Ultimate Hunting. Ultimate Hunting is starting to feel to me like it's going to be a more modern The Hunter Classic, which I'm really not complaining about, because Classic is so good. And if we can have a more modern version of it with, you know, a higher variety of species and stuff, there's nothing to complain about, in my opinion. Now, this little festive clip was also added at the end of the YouTube version of the devlog, showing some in-game environments with some different weather, including some snow, and you can see the vehicle packed out with some Christmassy items. Now, I wanted to include this, obviously, because it was part of the devlog, but also because it does just give an idea of the different weather and what it's going to look like in these environments, and I think it looks fantastic. Like the snowy blizzard especially, imagine hunting a trophy through that. The story you would have, you know, you're tracking like a massive elk or something, and then suddenly it's a snowstorm and you're having to fight through the snow to actually find this elk that you spotted. That will be such a cool story to tell. I really, really think this is a fantastic just little snippet again, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited. I know I end up saying it every time we do get another bit of info from Ultimate Hunting, but I have so much excitement and so much hope for this game. I know a lot of people don't, and, you know, still don't believe this game is even ever going to come out, but I've got so much faith and so much hope. And every time we see more, it's only added to. I really, really believe in this team. And maybe, you know, maybe that'll end up being the wrong thing. But at the moment, and from everything we've seen, they've got all my support. And I cannot wait to eventually get my hands on this game. I am so ready to play this eventually when it does release. I'm so, so excited. But that is going to be it for this video, so let me know down in the comments what you think about Devlog 3. Is there anything that you like, anything that you dislike? And basically just tell me what you think, because I think there is some really juicy information in here, and especially the game atlas only being covered on Steam. I feel like that was a real hidden gem, and I'm really glad that I did go over to Steam to have a read through the post that was on there as well. Some really interesting stuff there that makes me even more excited. But that is going to be it for this video, so thank you so much for watching and for all your support as always, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.